Hey, it's Dr. Adam, natural healing expert and naturopathic doctor. We work with hundreds of people every year to help them reclaim control over their health. So I'm going to give it to you straight. If you're exhausted or inflamed or gaining weight, then it's not because you don't want to be healthy. It's mostly because you've been lied to about food. So we're going to talk about the best one size fits all diet approach for nutrition, for energy, for building muscle and burning fat, for overall health. And no, it's not keto or vegan or intermittent fasting. It's much simpler than that. So here's the number one thing to understand about food. Food is either healing your body or it is inflaming your body. So that means that there are no neutral foods. So that means that every bite you take, you're either moving closer toward health and feeling happy, light, healthy, energetic. And on the other side, choosing more inflammatory foods will move you closer toward feeling crappy, feeling tired, moody, irritability, hey, just not feeling great overall. So then what's the foundation of a one size fits all diet? Well, one is to eat real foods. Okay, so what are some examples of real foods? Talking about whole foods, something like an apple, things you can find directly from nature. Say fish, an avocado that grows on trees, right? Anything that comes out of the tree or on the ground, anything that's an animal or a sea creature, that counts. A vegetable grows out of the ground, right? How about broccoli? That counts too, okay? Anything that you get directly from Mother Nature without having to process it or make it in a more man-made fashion. Now, on this side, inflammatory foods, let's say that you wanted to make yourself more inflamed. Okay, if you wanted to promote inflammation, this is what you would do. You would consume foods like soda or candy, say bags of chips or any pretzels or anything again processed that comes in a bag that has a long ingredient list on it. Say weird ingredients like maltodextrin. You see this written on your food labels. Okay, you can if you start reading food labels, it's one of the most important skills that we teach our practice members, how to read food labels and become familiar with what's in your food. So one good rule of thumb here is that on the right, all these real foods, you'll notice they don't even have an ingredients list or a nutrition label. Why is that? Because they're not produced by factories and produced by a company. It's just made by good old Mother Nature. So this was made from nature for your body, right? These other foods are designed more to get you to be hooked, to hit that pleasure point in your brain, to spike the dopamine and make sure that you stay addicted to these products and you keep coming back for more. Okay, some less obvious examples of these inflammatory foods also come and say something like a TV dinner or eating a hamburger made with seed oils and conventional processed gluten that's dipped in ketchup full of high fructose corn syrup. But again, to make this simple, in general, we want you to eat whole foods that are made directly from the earth with minimal processing. Now, here's how this should look in real life. Every meal you eat should include a quality protein, okay, a healthy fat, and some colorful veggies. Okay, so you don't need to count calories or be perfect here. You just eat foods that your body recognizes that are nutrient dense, that come again directly from Mother Nature. These foods were designed to give you energy and not to give you too many calories, but be high in nutrients. So you get highly dense, nutrient-packed foods that aren't so much heavy in calories, unlike all those other inflammatory foods that I mentioned, which are the opposite. They're missing all the nutrients your body needs, all the vitamins, minerals, and they're high in calories that really just make you fat and make your energy swing up and down. So we don't want that. This is how we want to organize our meals. And so that's why most of the women that we work with within days of starting to eat this way, Okay, their energy starts to come back, their mood improves and becomes more stable. Their bloating decreases, and they digest food more well. They just feel lighter on their feet. They're starting to lose a lot of that water weight, and that the belly fat starts to melt away. And so this is how you start to kind of turn the corner with your health and actually fuel your body with food, so that food isn't harming your body and it's not exhausting your body and draining it. It's actually giving you energy, which is what food is supposed to do, right? It's it's the energy that your body uses to do what it needs to do and to build new healthy tissues. So these are the guidelines for how to choose a meal for any given meal of the day, how to build your plate. Some examples of the best types of healthy proteins. Quality proteins are going to be meat, animal foods. So we're talking about chicken, turkey, fish, all organic if you can, red meat that's organic and pasture raised. Don't be afraid of the fat in the red meat. If you get a nice fatty steak or some fatty ground beef, 70-30 is better than 90-10. Your body needs those good fats for building hormones, for cell membranes. They're anti-inflammatory. So those are the good proteins to shoot for. The healthy fats to shoot for, you have your plant fats like olive oil, coconut oil, avocados, and avocado oil. Okay, adding a few servings of those with each meal. And then, of course, we have the animal fats I just mentioned that are in the darker meats, fattier meats, and then butter or ghee. As long as it's grass-fed, organic, as long as it's high quality, it's healthy for you. Okay, last, veggies. We're all familiar with this. Like I said before, you want to eat a wide variety of colors of veggies. That ensures that you get the full palette of vitamins and minerals that come within each color. That's kind of how Mother Nature evolved these plants and fruits and veggies to hold different balances of vitamins and minerals based on the color schemes. Now, why do I think that this works for everyone? Well, you might be thinking, what about my thyroid? Or what if I'm in menopause? Do I need to count my macronutrients? Now, look, personalized plans do matter, and we do those. So if you're looking for help with that, click the link for our website below, and you can book a free call so our team can jump on a call with you and see what we can do to help. But this way of eating works for everyone because it removes the root causes of dysfunction. Okay, so this funnel on the left here, this is when you're feeding yourself more inflammatory foods down into your body. And what does that lead to? Well, a bunch of not so fun stuff. One is energy crashes. That's because your blood sugar crashes more often. Then we have inflammation, which is happening in your gut. So you might have an inflamed gut, have an inflamed joints and muscles that feel tight and stiff. And your mood, if you have anxiety, if you have low mood, that's a sign of inflammation in the nervous system. Then we have nutrient deficiencies. So you can actually become deficient in certain minerals or nutrients like B vitamins, vitamin D, phosphorus, selenium, because you're not eating a nutrient-dense diet. You're eating just inflamed processed foods that, like I said before, are low in nutrients and high in calories. The last thing is that you can actually develop an addiction to these foods, a literal addiction to processed foods, because like I said, these are engineered not for your health, but to make sure that you have a maximum pleasure spike and that your brain will want to come seeking more and more of it. So when you remove these, your body finally starts to heal itself, and that's when your metabolism finally starts working as it's supposed to. For one, your digestion's better, it's smoother, you have regular, easy bowel movements, you don't have gas and bloating after meals. Okay, you have energy that's stable throughout the day, it doesn't crash in the morning or in the evening or kind of swing up and down all day. Okay, you feel calm, you feel in control, you feel stable and even, like you can handle any stress that's thrown at you. And of course, last is your metabolism. Your metabolism is restored, your body can more effectively burn fat, build muscle. So you'll look good, you'll feel good, and all the way around, this is a benefit, it's a win. Now, mindset matters because most people fail not because of bad food, but because of a poor mindset. So if you want lasting change, don't just follow a meal plan. Okay, instead, you have to change how you see yourself. Not someone who's on a diet, right? Saying things like that, oh, I can't eat that because I'm on a diet. That's weak because it's temporary. It's a temporary, fleeting decision you're making that isn't really changing the core of your behavior for the long term, right? So to do that, we invite you to say things like, think next time that you're going to choose what you eat, and say and think something like, "I eat for healing," or "I eat for good energy." Yeah, "I eat for vitality." So the biggest point here is that your identity is stronger than your willpower, okay? Because your willpower is limited and it can run out, but your identity is much more durable, okay? So this is why I invite you to ask yourself, okay, would the healthiest version of me eat this right now? If so, go ahead. If not, make a different plan, right? Or plan for next time. Okay, if you're going out to eat, look ahead, plan ahead of the menu. Don't wait till you get there. Don't, also if you're cooking at home, don't wait until it's evening to think, oh, let me see what I happen to have in the house for dinner. Okay, that's what sets you up for failure, is waiting to react instead of being proactive about your food. And this is another part of your identity. Just start being more, proactive about your food and making choices that will build you up, build up your good energy in your body, and not tear you down by feeding you bad energy. And so if you're overwhelmed by diet trends, then just stop chasing those. Okay, just start with real food. Start with what your body actually needs. And if you want help figuring out what's right for your body, then book a free discovery call with us, with our team, and we'll guide you there step by step. Okay, because your food can either be your slowest poison or your most powerful medicine. Choose it wisely, and we'll see you in the next video for more natural healing tips.